Welcome to the Common Sense Nation. I'm your host, the Doctor of Common Sense. I want you to come in and enjoy yourself. Now, if you're real sensitive to facts and truth, this might not be the broadcast for you. You might want to join some of the broadcasters who scratch your itching ears. We're not in that over here. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to get yourself upset. But please be respectful in our comments. Our moderators will be monitoring you if you get a little too hostile. It's okay if we disagree, because everybody's not going to agree on everything. But I can tell you this, and I promise you this. We plan on exposing both sides when they lie. No, I'm not concerned if your feelings get hurt. I'm not concerned if your favorite politician, your favorite YouTuber, your favorite reporter, your favorite athlete, your favorite actor gets exposed. Our job in the Common Sense Nation is to expose and report the facts. If the facts are offensive to you, that may sound like a you problem. Enjoy the show.
News conference just a short time from now. It's going to get started at 5:30 from Doral, Florida this evening. In the meantime, he has done some phone interviews with several outlets, most recently talking to CBS News' White House reporter, I should say. And in that interview with Wei Zhejiang, he said, "I think the war is very complete, pretty much. They have no Navy, no communications. They've got no Air Force." He added that the U.S. is, quote, very far ahead of the initial 4 to 5 week estimated time frame. And then with that.
Yeah, please.
Thank you. Mr. President, you've said the war is, quote, very complete, but your defense secretary says this is just the beginning. So which is it, and how long should Americans be prepared
Well, I think you could say it both.
For?
It's the beginning. It's the beginning of building a new country. But they have no Navy, they have no Air Force, they have no anti-aircraft equipment. It's all been blown up. They have no radar, they have no telecommunications, and they have no leadership.
Well, what do you think about that? He says it's just about over. Do you agree with the president? That the war is just about over. Now, they have been decimated. That's a fact. And what I did notice is that once he announced that it was almost over, because, gas prices had been rising up. And when he announced that the war is almost over, they're going to wrap it up pretty soon. I don't want you to stay over there and pick their leader. Let them pick their own damn leader. But after he did that, even CNN reported that the stock market went up, and plus the oil prices started going down. And that's according to CNN.
A little bit of positive movement in the markets after the president told CBS that the war is pretty much complete. What's the latest?
Yeah, oil prices hitting their lowest level of the day after crashing through that $100 a barrel benchmark overnight, even reaching up to $115, $120 a barrel. Those are numbers that we haven't seen for nearly 4 years since the war between.
I want to make a note on that right there. When the war had just started, and the people who were running the gas stations, which bunch of them are foreigners, immediately the gas prices went up. They had already got their gas. So I don't know how the gas prices can jump up in 2 days when you had already paid for that gas. So to me personally, there was gas gouging you because nobody was getting fuel that fast. They had already bought the fuel, but they had jacked the prices up because they're ripping the American people off. They're using it. This is why you shouldn't let a bunch of Muslims, Pakistanians, kind of like Greg Abbott is doing down here in Texas. This is why you don't let them come over and buy all your damn gas stations up. They got control of the damn gas prices. It's absurd. Bad enough they had over in the Middle East. You should have had a plan, number one, when you start bombing them, seized the oil supply. And he should reprimand Israel, because I saw where Israel blew up some of the oil factory in Iran. We could use that damn oil. What are you doing blowing that up for? That didn't make any sense, but continue.
Russia and Ukraine broke out. But even though these levels have come down to about $85, $90 a barrel, still 30% higher than they were just a month ago. Markets obviously move very quickly, but what isn't moving so quickly for Americans, at least today, is that price of gas.
The reason it's not moving, this is the point people are leaving out. I think, was it 10 days now? I saw gas stations the day after the war started. No gas trucks had pulled up and gave you new gas because that gas was already here. It's already been paid for. So they're jacking up the gas prices. The gas station, whatever they're getting all their gasoline from, they're jacking it up. I don't care if it's Shell Oil or Exxon or Mobil, whoever. There's no way you can jack up your prices 2 days after the war started, because that's you speculating to jack your prices up before the prices, before you even pay a higher price. You already jacked the prices up. I don't know how that's supposed to be fair. You just jack the prices up automatically when you didn't even pay higher gas prices your damn self.
People are showing up at the pump and realizing that gas is costing about 50 cents more on average than it did just a week ago, and 40 cents more than it did a year ago when President Trump was newly in office. Of course, oil prices can change. They could go back up again, especially because so much of the world's oil, 20%, is really locked at a standstill at that Strait of Hormuz, where 20% of the oil moves through, as oil tankers are simply stuck there, unable to move oil. The U.S. does have a good supply of oil. However, oil trades on a global market, and that's why you're seeing nerves. That's why you're seeing oil prices rise, and that's why you're seeing gas.
Now, she brought up an interesting point. This Strait of Hormuz, I believe is how you pronounce it. President Trump, in his Truth Social post, he actually said that he's considered taking over the Strait of Hormuz. Now, the Strait of Hormuz is like a narrow 21-mile crucial sea channel connecting like the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea. That's connected. It serves about, I think, it's about one of the world's most important oil choke points, with about 20% of global oil and liquefied natural gas consuming, passing through it daily. Now, natural gas is pretty. I used to ship natural gas. Work for a company, and we used to do the shipping for natural gas, for gasoline. And this is what some of you may not know. If you have ever worked in the trucking industry, or if you've been in the chemical industry where you did air freight or trucking or ocean vessels or whatever, everything is specific. This is why I think I have a problem when people are talking about you can just change the name. Like, you can change the definition of marriage. You can change the definition of what it is to steal. You can change the definition of woman and man. You can't do that in any other field, because in the shipping industry, especially when it has something to do with hazardous material, you can't take a placker like a 1203 placker, which is gasoline, and say, I'm going to change that to a petroleum, petroleum crude. I think petroleum crude, if my memory serves me, been a while, I think it's 1267. Or a corrosive, a 1760, which is a corrosive. You just can't take these numbers and change them, because if one of these DOT stop you, the police, we call the DOT, what they do is they do random stops with truckers. If they stop you and your paperwork says it's a corrosive material, but you got a red placard that says 1203 on there, you not only you get a ticket, you may get your load seized. The way that we just let people just change something, everything is specific. In the shipping industry, it's specific. It's so specific when it comes to shipping and documenting hazardous material. You can't even leave out a comma or period or anything like that. It can be fine. I mean, you can have a sheet of paper and get about 5 or 6 things wrong on your documentation, and you can go up to a fine of $100,000 easily, real quick. But we have allowed society with this messed up kind of thinking just to change rules which don't make any damn sense. I wish you would have you try that in the shipping industry when it comes to chemicals. That was a guy who worked for Shell in Deer Park, Texas. And he wanted some shipments to get out real fast. We didn't ship them for him. He had a clerk there, but the guy wasn't very good. But he tried to force the guy to ship this stuff. He said, I need to get it overnight. The guy says, hazardous. It's not going to be able to go overnight. He boxed it up, didn't document it, act as if it was non-hazardous. Just so happened it spilled. I don't know if it was FedEx or UPS, one of the ones. They had to seize the box that had it in there. When they tested it, it was hazardous material. Not only did he get a fine, he went to jail. They locked him up. How is it that everything else is so specific? But when it comes to like Islam, we had a terrorist attack in New York too. We will ignore somebody that is a known terrorist. Islam said they want to kill you. They want you to know that they come to your country to take your country over. They didn't come here to get along or assimilate to you. Their stated goal, according to their book, is to convert everybody to Islam or kill you. Why would a population, why would a leadership invite a bunch of radical Muslims, because they all radical, but just about. Why would you invite them over to your country, allow somebody like Mandami to be the mayor down there? First of all, a bunch of these people shouldn't even be allowed in the country. And if they came in the country legally, certain things they post online or certain things they say, they should be deported. Hell, Mandami's wife was lacking all kind of posters for the October the 7th terrorist attack. Now, we do have a video of what happened in New York, because you saw that they had a anti-Islamic protest, and they tried to throw 2 bombs. Now, the 2 fellas who did the bombs, at first the media was trying, because Mandami came out and said it was white supremacy that provoked him to do it. Can't make this up. But here's another problem. The media was trying to pretend like they didn't know what the reason they did it. But the fellas who did it said, we did it because of ISIS. We swear our allegiance to ISIS because they disrespected our prophet. And you had people like George Bush, Obama, all of them, religion of peace. Why is it that you only call Islam the religion of peace? No other religion is going around saying they're the religion of peace. They're the most violent religion, but they always say they're the religion of peace. You don't hear the Buddhists saying we're the religion of peace. You don't hear the Hindus saying we're the religion of peace. The Christians saying we're the religion of peace. The Mormons saying we're the religion of peace. It is only the damn Muslims and the politicians trying to convince you people that will blow themselves up, praise their kids for blowing themselves up, and they got the gall to say they are the religion of peace. And if you say they're not the religion of peace, you have Islamophobia. No, I got damn common sense. When an SOB is trying to kill me, I'm not finna call them peaceful. So I think I want to play Mandami first, because that's what I call him, Mandami. I think I want to play him first, because what gets me about this fella is that Mandami he comes out, but he told you what he was in the first place. I don't know if he really won the election. I can't tell, because we can't even get voter ID, because they consider that as racist, voter ID. And I want to tell anybody who thinks this race is good, because I don't care what your color is, if you stupid enough and you can't get ID, you don't need to be voting. You too damn stupid. And if you think it's racist to have voter ID, you too stupid to vote too. So I don't care if you call me racist. I don't care what you say. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Why trying to patty cake this damn thing. That's not patty cake. Let's call it what it is. But let's see here. I think I want to play Mendami first. He wants to blame it on white supremacy. I swear you can't make this stupidity up. There's a level of stupidity I've never seen before.
Were home at the time. This was a vile protest rooted in white supremacy entitled Stop the Islamic Takeover of New York City. I'm the first Muslim mayor of our city.
He's the first Muslim mayor. Unbelievable.
Anti-Muslim bigotry is nothing new to me, nor is it anything new for the 1 million.
See, they tried to blow up some, and he's talking about anti-Muslim. We have a reason not to like a bunch of Muslims. The hell is you talking about? That's like a criminal or a child molester committing crime and says, you have criminal phobia. Stop blowing up crap. Stop threatening us coming to our country, not wanting to assimilate.
Million or so Muslim New Yorkers who know this city as our home. While I found this protest appalling, I will not waver in my belief that it should be allowed to happen. Ours is a free society where the right to peaceful protest is sacred. It does not belong only to those we agree with. It belongs to everyone. I will defend that right every day that I am mayor, even when those protesting say things that I abhor.
You bastards protest and say things we abhor all the time. Anti-America, burning flags, telling us how much you want us to die. You want to kill ICE, and now you're a little offended because somebody. I don't agree with most of the stuff that the protesters who held the protest say either. I don't agree with everything they say. But they have a right to protest. You shouldn't be throwing bombs because you disagree with them.
Let me also be clear about something else. New York City will never tolerate violence.
Yes, y'all will. Yeah, you will.
Whether from protests or counter-protests. Many of the counter-protesters met this display of bigotry peacefully, with a vision of a city that is welcoming to all. But a few did not. Two men, Amir Balat and Ibrahim Qayyumi, traveled from
Are they Muslim? Notice he don't never say they Muslim.
Pennsylvania and attempted to bring.
They're not Muslims, they Muslims. Don't ever call them Muslims. They say they don't like you to call them Muslims, so I always refer to them as Muslims.
Violence to New York City. They are suspected of coming here to commit an act of terrorism. There is video of these two individuals throwing two devices towards the protest.
Yep.
The police department has determined that these were improvised explosive devices made to injure, maim, or worse. Thanks to the swift and decisive actions of NYPD officers at the scene, both men were immediately taken into custody, and the devices they brought taken off.
Did they tell you their motive? This is the part he's leaving out.
Of our streets. I want to commend the officers who were on site.
So you don't have anything to say about their, because if it was a Christian or a Donald Trump supporter, they would have been hammering away at this right here. The media won't even hardly cover it. Because now I got some stupid white liberal was down there upset because somebody protesting about the Muslims. And we had another video of them giving their motive. You can't make this up. I love when they give their own motive and now you're trying to lie about it. It's so damn funny. But before we do that, I want to think, because Clever told me to make sure I thank everybody who wished Sugar Lump a happy birthday. And so everybody was so sweet. She was smiling so hard. She was so happy. Oh, it was like, it just made her day. I said, look at all these people right here saying, happy birthday to you, Sugar Lump. Boy, she was smiling like ear to ear. She was so happy. She couldn't stop smiling. So she wanted me to, Clever told me to make sure I tell everybody who said, wish Sugar Lump a happy birthday. God bless y'all. And thank you. Y'all made her day. She felt so special for that video. But really what was special is because of my great singing, because of my great voice. That's what really put it over the hill, kind of, because I mean, I've been told I sound kind of like Luther, but I don't like to brag, you know, I'm kind of like an humble kind of guy. So when they say I sound like Luther, I said, please, you're going to hurt Luther's feelings because technically I sing better than Luther. But I don't like to say that out loud because Clever said I shouldn't brag on how great my voice is. But, Steak, he already told me I had a great voice. That Steak even says it all the time. He said, I got a great voice. He said, man, I didn't know you could sing so good. Doc, I said, I know, man. I like to try to keep it low profile because they wanted to sign me as Sony, but I told them I don't want to get signed as Sony, so I waved them off. But I want to get to this. I want to get to this. I think I want to play. I want to play with this because a woman, she came out and gave you their true motive. I got to see if I got that clip because I also got a better clip of them throwing things. Let me give my man Mark Andrews a shout out first though, for that donation. I appreciate you, my man Mark Andrews. God bless you, brother. So let me see. I think I want to see if I can cue that one up because I got the one with the woman telling you their motive because they give their motive. They don't even try to hide it. they proud of it. Who is this? Is that it? Oh no, wait a minute. They want to try to lie about it, but the fellas came out and said, we did it because of ISIS. And we don't apologize for none of it. Mm-hmm. That's why I like is that not okay? I'm gonna show this liberal white out here, and then I'm gonna try to find that other one while this one's playing.
Don't live in New York. You're coming to New York to tell people who belongs in New York and who doesn't belong in New York. We were born and raised in New York, and we want everyone here to stay in New York. You don't get to come from outside and then tell everyone else.
Now this is the funny part. Did I download that damn thing? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I didn't download that. I'm about to go get it. No, wait a minute, let me see. I know this guy said he didn't know him. Now, notice this guy say, we don't want nobody to come from outside. Well, the damn terrorists weren't even from New York. What the hell is you talking about? This is how dumb liberals are. Where's that other clip at? He don't want nobody to come from outside. Well, they from outside. They was saying Allah. Literally telling you, oh, I'll be damned. I didn't have that one. Well, I got this guy saying this. I gotta go get that one because that's the main one of the woman. Go ahead. Let me see here. This is the guy saying that these two didn't even know each other. What they had in common, both of them are Muslims. And all Muslims like to blow up the infidel, which is you and I. They love blowing up the infidel.
Different parts of Pennsylvania, they're in different age groups. They are not known to each other. They do not live together. They do not have family or school ties. There is no reason to believe they knew each other prior to this incident, and I don't know how well they knew each other at the time of this incident.
Oh, I gotta get that one. Hold on a minute. New York. I gotta find that. Dang it, I could have. I must have downloaded it on my phone because I forgot. Let me see, because they told a motive. Let me see, motive. If I can find that way. I had the thing. I was downloading some of this stuff. Oh, what the? No, that's not it. New York Bomber Motive 2026. They showing me old stuff. I don't want the old crap. Oh, okay. Here go. I found it. I know I can find it when I do that. Let me get over here. She gives you the motive, even though the left trying to hide it.
As alleged in the complaint, the defendants were inspired by ISIS to carry out their attack. There should be no confusion about what ISIS constitutes. It is a designated foreign terrorist organization responsible for deadly terrorist attacks across the globe and has taken credit for mass casualty attacks in Europe, the Middle East, and right here in the United States. And as alleged, both defendants have admitted that they acted on Saturday because of ISIS. As Qayyum,
Did you get that? Both defendants admitted. So the media don't have to try to pretend like they don't know what the motive was. Both of the defendants vehemently swore their allegiance to ISIS, and the reason they did it is because of ISIS. So don't come on TV talking about we don't know what the motive is, because it's Islam. Hell is you talking about? But you got Islamophobia because you don't want to get blowed up. Can't make this up. I don't want to get blowed up, so I got Islamophobia. Well, damn it, I got Islamophobia then. You can call it whatever the hell you want to call it. I think we should ship all of them back out the damn country. Anybody who's advocating that you have to convert to Islam, y'all wiretap everybody else. You know what they're saying? Get them out the country. I don't care if they're here legally now. They got to go. Let them stay in the damn country for me. What else do you need to see? I mean, the dude is if they admitting to it, and these damn politicians are be coming out saying it's the religion of peace. Do they have to do anything else? Matter of fact, let me give you some. I got some of their scripture out of their Quran. You can't get no more clear than what they actually say themselves, but dumbasses want to pretend like they're the religion of peace. Here it is right here. This is some of their own sayings in the Quran. I think this is Surah, I'm not for sure. Slay the unbelievers wherever you find them. 328, Muslims must not take infidels as friends. Quran 385, any religion other than Islam is not acceptable. Quran 533, I don't know what that means. Oh, maim, and crucify the infidels if they criticize Islam. Did you get that? They want to maim and crucify you if you say something bad about them. Terrorize and behead those who believe in scripture other than Quran. 860, Muslims must muster all weapons to terrorize the infidels. Quran 865, the unbelievers are stupid. Urge the Muslims to fight them. 9.5, whenever opportunity arises, kill the infidels whenever you catch them. 9.123, make war on infidels living in your neighborhood. 47.4, do not hanker for peace with infidels, behead them when you catch them. Now, I don't know how any dumbass could read that and think that the Muslims mean you any good. And Greg Abbott, that freaking, boy, I almost said something. Greg Abbott, the one I want to roll down Mount Rushmore, him and John Cornyn is kissing up to these Pakistanians and Muslims in Texas. And we debating if John Cornyn is good for America. He's a joke. All their scripture, unless they're going to defy their scripture say you need to die. Why are we allowing these people to come over here and build all these damn mosques? I don't give a damn about none of their rights now. I don't. The Constitution is supposed to protect us from enemies. They're our enemies. And they say they want to kill you because you won't follow behind Muhammad. They want you dead. They want your family dead. And if you disagree, they come to your country talking about they want to take over your country. We're weak as a country. Our leaders are weak. All this inclusive trash. I don't care nothing about that. Somebody trying to kill you, they don't want to abide by your rules. Why do we allow them to stay over here? The Republicans is just as weak as the Democrats. Because they want to be, I know a Muslim, he's not violent. Well, he's not following Islam, then. That's how I look at it. You said peace for all you want to. Because I just read you out of their book, unless they say they don't follow their own book. Their job is to kill you. They can lie to you. They don't owe you any explanation. You should die according to them. And I'm supposed to just ignore this. I'm supposed to act like, you know what? Maybe they don't really mean they want to chop my head off. Maybe they don't really mean they need to hunt the infidel down and kill them. Maybe I misconstrued their words. See, this is the problem with a society that don't understand language means something. I want to kill you. There's no way to interpret that. Ain't but one way to interpret it. I want to chop your head off. There's no loving way to say I want to chop your head off. They'll throw in bombs. They don't even care about themselves. They'll blow themselves up. It's demonic. Anybody would blow themselves up? You mean to tell me your God told you to blow yourself up? Why would anybody follow that? Because they're brainwashed. A bunch of them are inbred, but they're brainwashed. And they got the nerve to say that their religion is superior. It's almost comical. Why are you coming to our country then? Stay in your country. See, what you don't understand is that they're telling you they want to conquer you. They're coming to your country to conquer you, not to live here. Because if they like Islam so much and it's so wonderful, why they won't stay where the Sharia law and all that is at? They want to come conquer you. Don't let no progressive liberal piece of cow manure make you believe that they want to come over here and be peaceful. Their whole job is to conquer you. And if you don't submit to, quote, Allah, they want to kill you because they said that their religion, if you don't accept their religion, you need to die. And some jackasses, did you see the fella out there protesting talking about he didn't want other people from outside coming to New York? What about them foreigners you got living in New York, freaking stupid liberal? All of these foreigners coming over here lecturing us. I got disdain for it. That's why I got disdain for Pam Bundy. Because I don't understand how Omar is still a damn representative. I don't get it. She married her brother. I'm going to keep saying it. Whatever happened to Big Tish? Because we ain't got a prosecution, even though she did mortgage fraud. See, all that huffing and puffing by the Trump administration, what they going to do when they get in there, you ain't busting a grape in a fruit fight. Because technically, just like you went over to Iran and Venezuela and did that, do that in your country. Some of them people should have been already in jail by now. We can't even get Big Tish locked up when we got all the documents she committed mortgage fraud. It's well documented. So why is she not being prosecuted? James Comey lied on the oath many times. Hillary didn't lie on the oath. Hillary mishandled classified information. She wasn't the damn president. We had a whole laptop with all Joe Biden's secrets with the crackhead Hunter Biden, and the Republicans with a whole laptop full of megabytes of data. They couldn't get one damn person convicted either. This is the kind of weakness from a man make me want to just throw up. I can't stand this kind of weakness. They scared to pull the trigger. I mean, you can't even, you can be like the dumbest law student in the world. They gave you a whole computer. Hunter Biden dropped off all of the information at the freaking pawn shop. The guy who was working at the computer shop, gave it over to the FBI. They covered it up, threatened Giuliani because the guy made a copy of it, and nobody has went to jail yet. And you want me to believe you tough on crime? A damn break. Y'all better not never ever get nobody like me in office to be able to prosecute people. I just wish somebody had my mindset, no mercy. I don't give a damn about their family, none of that. All the crap they did to Americans, now I'm supposed to show sympathy for these damn criminals. See, this is worse than somebody telling me that the fellow who raped the 94-year-old woman the other day, he don't need to be bullied to the head. Why are we even discussing anything? Trial is over. Take him out back. Put a rope on it. Get it over with. Because there ain't nothing you're going to be able to say to me if you're telling me you raped a 94-year-old woman. What else is there to talk about? But see, in our society, we want to show mercy. Not me. There's certain things that people do. It should be zero mercy. See, you can go get your mercy from the Lord, but I'm all out of mercy when it comes to child molesters and rapists and stuff. And especially people who are attacking innocent people. Like we showed you the video of the thug that was just going around punching women in the face. Let me just be clear about something. If that had been my mother, if that had been my daughter, if that had been clever, you would not be breathing. I'll bail you out of jail to get you. I go make bail for you because you're going to go around just punching somebody in the face for no reason. And see, you got these dumb liberals, they'll come on sympathy for somebody. Like, if somebody busts a cap in him right there, why he's bleeding on the sidewalk, I eat a sandwich while I'm looking at him right there, bleed to death. Because it's insane to allow these rabid animals to run around and keep committing crimes. Some people need to be taken off planet Earth. And the people who protect them, that's why I don't have no sympathy when these politicians die. Don't think you're going to get no sympathy out of me. I don't care what you said. The Lord said, pray for your enemy. You might well shut that up. Because some people need to die. I'm gonna go with Miriam, Moses' sister, when Pharaoh's whole army drowned. They made up a song. And we're going to sing some praises to some people dying. When Dick Cheney died, I'm glad. When Herbert Bush died, I'm glad. These people are criminals. Sheila Jackson Lee died, I'm glad. I don't have no sympathy. These are the ones who've been propping up the people that's been killing and raping you. And now when they die, I'm supposed to say, oh my God, they're such a wonderful person. Death don't make you be a saint. You trash when you live and you trash when you die. Hell is you talking about? All of a sudden, I'm going to have all this mercy. Oh my God, such and such, Senator such and such is dead. Oh, representative is dead. I don't give a damn. Good. Hell has a new recipient now. They need to be dead. How are they letting people out of jail? The fellow who raped the woman, this 94-year-old woman, he got a long criminal record. The fellow who punched the women, went around punching women in the face, long criminal record. If you just keep the criminals locked up who's committing crimes, you wouldn't even have a bunch of crime going on. There's a lot of crimes. I think it should be the death penalty. I just think it should be the death penalty. It should. See, some people don't have no remorse. They'll just do anything to any human and have no remorse. They will brutally kill somebody. There was a video. Matter of fact, Club had sent me a video today. It was a young man. Well, I ain't gonna call him a young man, a piece of trash. He had murdered somebody for no damn reason. He and his friends, he didn't have no remorse. He was on death row. I don't know why it took him so damn long to kill him. He on death row. Why are we feeding that bastard? Don't even feed him. Let him starve to death before we kill him. Well, you gotta give him a pill. He admitted to it. He admitted that he killed the people. What are we talking about here? It ain't like he denied it. He's saying, yes, I kill him and I don't got no remorse. Good. I'm glad you said that. Now take him over to old Sparky and crank that damn thing up. Matter of fact, I got a couple of cases now. An 8-year-old got killed. Have y'all seen any protests? An 8-year-old was minding his own business. These little freaking gang members thug, because none of them can really fight, and they're not very good shots. They're shooting innocent people. And I didn't see no protests when that Renee Good got shot down after she ran into the damn ICE agents. All these protests, everybody in an uproar. I don't care about Kristen Noem being fired. She should have got fired. Tell Kristen Noem to stop giving up the punani when you married like that, just giving it up. I mean, technically, she's married to Corey, whatever his name is, Lewandowski, whatever that fool's name is. They've been screwing for the last 7, 8 years. Guess the husband is a cuckold or something. He's going to disrespect you like that. But what gets me, though, is that all the money she spent on commercials, about $225 million on commercials, promoting her damn self. She's a whore. Come on, I don't care if she's a Republican. I heard these Republicans talking about, I don't understand why the Republicans are attacking us. See, that's what the problem with the country is. She's trash. He should have never even hired her in the first damn place. She was sleeping with Corey before she got hired. In the first administration, she was sleeping with him. What the hell are you talking about? You didn't know that? Should have fired Pam Bundy when you was firing people. Don't get mad at me because they got a problem. Oh my God, you shouldn't say that. Shut up. That's our problem. We always sympathetic towards the wrong people. See, I'm sympathetic towards elderly people being harmed, kids being harmed, innocent Americans being harmed, not people who's effing up the country, people who's helping the damn enemy, and people who making us look bad by wasting our damn money. Matter of fact, you can prosecute Kristen Noem for all I care. Gonna spend $220 million on some damn commercials. That'll be out your damn mind. And it was her own family some of her friends, or Corey's friends, got the contract because one of the LLCs was started probably about 30 days before the contract was issued. You can't go and get no government contract 30 days after you start your LLC. Hell is you talking about? Have you ever tried to get a contract for a government agency? That stuff is all this nepotism and cronyism. See, this is what's wrong with politics. This is including Donald Trump. This is what's wrong with the damn country. All this nepotism and cronyism. It should be nobody can barely say a family member, no job in any administration. Care what nobody said. Too much of that damn stuff is going on. Got some in my drink. What the hell is that? But I want to show you these criminals. I got two of them. I think the first one was when the 8-year-old got killed, and I can't remember what the other one was. Pisses me off. It really does. Irritates the living hell out of me. But that we want to show sympathy towards them. I got some sympathy for you. Tell Kristen Noem she should have closed her legs. Just think about this. Let me see what I got. Just say Steak. Steak was married, and somebody asked his wife, "Are you screwing such and such over here?" And Steak is sitting there and she won't answer the question. What? You won't answer if you're screwing somebody else? That's the answer. Not answering is the answer. You got to be kidding me. That's outrageous if you ask me. I don't understand why anybody you upset about that? Because you getting asked about that? This is Steak said bite your tongue. No self-respecting man would allow his wife not to answer that question. Because if I'd have been sitting behind and my wife was about, what the hell did you say about that? That whole thing would have got interrupted. You're not going to answer that damn question? The hell does you mean? It's garbage. Answer the damn question. But she did answer the question. By not answering the question, she was telling her husband, who was sitting right behind her, Corey is giving me the pipe, and ain't a damn thing you can do about it. You're going to stay with her. Use the cuckold. It's just disrespectful. Your husband's sitting right there. You should have went ahead and lied on the oath. You had already lied on the oath about the money. You might well lied on the oath, so maybe he'd believe you. But if he still believes that she's just like Marjorie Taylor Greene, that whore. And Marjorie Taylor Greene kept talking about she's working for the American people. You working for any ding-a-ling that'll give it to you. Quit acting like you working for the American people, heifer. She running around. It's my value. Shut up. Just shut up. Now she's trying to lecture us after she quit. She's quit now. She's doing podcasts and trying to lecture us. Girl, if you don't go, you know what? Monica Lewinsky to somebody and shut your mouth. Ain't nobody, you can't tell. Marjorie Taylor Greene can't tell me nothing. Nothing. You quit and you're doing all kind of insider trading more than anybody, more than Nancy Pelosi. Got the nerve to lecture them. What the American people want. Shut up. Skank you. You stay in that skank. See, and people don't like you talking about the Republicans. They want you only to talk about the Democrats. I talk about all of them. Let me see if I can find that clip of these issues. Oh yeah, I know what the other one is. One of them is a woman who had cancer, and her friend was dropping off at the hospital in her car. And when she dropped her friend off at the front, she went and parked the car. On her way to go back in the hospital, the friend with the cancer was waiting for her. Some thug came and shot the woman in the head, killed her, so he can get her car. But we let them out of jail because it ain't really their fault because their mama was on crack. Now these little dumb thugs here shot an 8 and killed an 8-year-old.
4 people are in custody tonight, accused in the shooting death of an 8-year-old last night.
21-year-old Jeremiah Scott, 25-year-old Jeremiah Walter, 21-year-old.
These are white supremacists. These white supremacists shot this little 8-year-old. The number one threat is white supremacy. You can see right here these white supremacies. Didn't do nothing. White supremacists right here didn't do nothings. I already know your mom and daddy is trash. Probably don't know who your daddy is. But see, these are the people that don't want you talking about, well, you saying something? Shut up, you freaking monkey, you. You got a nerve to be saying something. They didn't kill an 8-year-old. A freaking 8-year-old. And you worry about me calling them names after they kill an 8-year-old. Let it be your nephew, your son, freaking bastard you. You got some nerve, some 8-year-old minding his own damn business. These criminals having a shootout kills an 8-year-old. But I'm supposed to be worried about my language with them.
Everett Chambers are charged with first-degree murder. Investigators believe Scott fired the shots that killed Davian Nicholas. 22-year-old Hunter Callaghan faces principal to first-degree murder charges. News 2's Sarah Gray Barr spoke to neighbors after the shooting who say they never expected the violence this close to home.
Michael, Sylvia, yesterday.
See, when you let monkeys out the zoo, this is what monkeys do. You don't go to the zoo and they have the monkeys just running around, right? When a monkey keeps getting arrested, leave the monkey in prison. Don't let the monkey back out. Hell is you talking about?
8-year-old Davian Nicholas died in a shootout when suspects on foot exchanged gunshots with the group in a passing car. Bullets hit Nicholas only yards away from his front door. A neighborhood mom told me the shooting took away her community's innocence. Monday morning, 10-year-old Caden Hodges and his brothers played a round of hoops. Much like they played here Sunday afternoon with their neighbor, 8-year-old Davian.
This young man right here is no longer on planet Earth because these freaking monkeys don't know how to act. Now imagine if this is your child, this is your nephew, your grandbaby, or whatever. He's minding his own business. He's innocent. There's such lousy shoots. They won't run up. If you got a problem, go shoot the one you got a problem with. Y'all can kill each other. I don't care. But when you start killing a little 8-year-old baby, this is a baby. But I'm supposed to be sympathetic towards him. This young man has lost his life because these criminals don't know that. All they do is have shootouts because they ain't got nothing better to do. Won't get a job.
Nicholas, who lived down the street just hours before his death.
Got like a little sad because they just came over here and just shot for no reason.
Caden and his brothers had just gone inside their home to get water and cool off when they heard the gunfire.
I thought it was my brother's kicking the wall or something until I heard it again. So I was like, what's going on?
And I hear like 4 or 5 shots. And then that's when I just like came back outside and we seen his mother like in the grass. And so we were thinking that his mother had got like shot.
The sheriff's office says an argument between 2 groups led to the shooting. 8-year-old Davian, a bystander, caught in the crossfire. Neighbors tell me Davian was just trying to get home. The shooting left Fran Netter, mom of these 3 boys, shaken and scared.
When I received the news that the baby died, it just brought tears to my eyes.
See, even she says a baby. 8-year-old's a baby. This is a baby.
And I literally sat there and cried.
Netter fears the impact this kind of violence has on her neighborhood and the children.
But yesterday,
did we see any protests? Is Black Lives Matter down there? Is the guilty white liberals who was acting like they're so concerned, are they down here now? But if it was a cop that accidentally killed him, oh, Lord have mercy. Al Sharpton, NAACP, Black Lives Matter, every guilty white liberal who's a damn Democrat would have been out here marching in the street. We shall overcome. But another freaking monkey kills a little 8-year-old child, minding his own damn business. Not one single protest. This is why I despise these people. This is the kind of stuff that a society shouldn't have to deal with, this because all you have to do is keep them locked up. You already know they already committed a bunch of crime. Why are they out of jail? When you don't know how to act, I said it the other day, when a rabid animal is running the street, has rabies and biting people, you don't say, you know what? I want to study the rabid animal to see what's making him tick. Maybe the rabid animal has abandoning issues. His mother dropped him off and just took off and he raised himself. Do we do that with a rabid animal? We put that dog down. Some of these rabid 2-legged animals need to be put down. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if your mammy likes it. I don't care if your daddy likes it. This is an 8-year-old child. See, this is the problem I have with this progressive movement. And some of these are the ones who be in church holding up their hands. Oh my God. They have more sympathy for these criminals, these thugs, than they have for an 8-year-old child. I don't see no protest. Where's the outrage? Can we get CNN, the race baiters, to talk about this? People are so fake and predictable. The reason you can't solve problems is because your leaders is trash. Most of your leaders is trash. Most of your preachers is trash. They pretend like they love Jesus. They love Jesus, and all they talk about is race. I don't remember Jesus talking about race as much. You know the funny thing about this? I'm thinking about something. I was talking to Clever today, and I told that sweet Clever, I said, you know what? I like to bring up this record because I was thinking about both of my grandparents on both sides, my mom's mom and dad, and my dad's mom and dad. All of this new thing. See, if anybody would have had a reason to talk about race, it would have been my grandparents. It would have even been my father or my mother. But you notice something I noticed? Not one single time did my grandparents constantly keep talking about race. And the problem is when you're raised around constantly talking about your damn skin color, whether black or white. See, you start doing the same thing because that's all you talk about. Because you can't talk about that. If you're telling me that you have residue on your mind because of slavery, one of my grandparents was born in the 1800s on my dad's side. My other granddaddy was born, I think, 1907. But I never heard all of this race talk. And they had real racism back then. I'm sure my granddaddy got called out his name before. But I never saw him bitter constantly talking about it. Isn't it funny that these modern day niggas and these guilty whites who wire up the niggas to talk about race this damn much, and you ain't never been a slave? You ain't never went try to go to a restaurant and say you can't come in because you black. But I bet my granddaddy experienced that, but I never saw him talking about it as much as it talked about now. See, you so busy talking about it, why you can't get ahead on that, because that's the only thing y'all talk about. All y'all leaders talk about. When they had Jesse Jackson funerals, all they talked about. Because if that's all you focusing on, how you going to drive a car and you constantly looking in your rearview mirror all the time? Listen, I was never a slave. And I know slavery is wrong. For all I know, my ancestors could have owned some slaves. I used to joke and tell them that they used to get so mad. I said, for all I know, my ancestors used to beat your ancestors' asses. So I don't know if I was ever a slave. I mean, some of my ancestors were slave or not, but I was never a slave. Nobody has ever called me a nigger to my face. So you want me to go around and talk about this all the damn time because this is how they built their platform. That's all you can talk about. Hey, when I see real racism, I'll talk about it too. But I'll be damned if that's all I'm going to talk about when a lot of problems is like, these little thugs don't want to go get a job. And a bunch of them don't want to get a job because that's too hard. The ones we saw today, the ones on death row, I was talking about today. And they said they went and caught a bus because they was going to the white people's neighborhood to rob them. And just so happened they couldn't get back to their neighborhood because they didn't have any bus fare, so they had to rob and kill somebody. Even if you was working at McDonald's, at least you was getting a steady check in. But see, they'll rather, and he said, well, it was a normal day to me since I got up and I smoked me some weed. That's your normal day? You get up and smoke weed, you consider that a normal day? I consider that's why you can't get ahead. That's all you want to do is talk about that all damn day. We have the so-called leaders in the civil rights movement, the Black Lives Matter movement, the guilty white liberal movement. All they've done is made the black community worse. If they had done nothing, it probably would have been better. Because when I grew up, I don't remember black people acting like this. I don't care what nobody says. I don't remember that somebody would harm. I know some of the worst guys in my neighborhood that live in the neighborhood. When they saw an elderly woman, if they had a hat on, they would take their hat off and say, yes, ma'am. And I'm talking about guys who've been to prison. But when they saw an elderly woman, it was nothing but respect. If they passed by a church and they had the music on, they would turn it down. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. They wouldn't even think about punching an elderly person in the damn face. I don't know who raised these people, but I can't relate to them. I just can't, because I don't. And when I if I grew up with somebody and they come try to make excuses, the first thing I say to them, listen, nigga, when we grew up, was any of this going on? I don't want to hear it. Go tell somebody else that trash. I don't want to hear that. Because when you was raised, when I was raised, if the lady around the corner told us to stop it, guess what we did? Yes, ma'am. Because you don't want her to go tell your mommy and your daddy, because that's an automatic ass whooping. See, we had respect. My mom and daddy never had to go up to the school for none of us, because at school, the teachers can pop your behind. I don't believe in this whole timeout trash you're talking about. Not every kid needs as many whippings, but it may be some kids, but it's rare that may not need any whippings. A good scolding or talking to it can stop them. But there's very few kids don't need at least an ass whipping or two just to remind them. But we're in this new progressive way they raise kids. I don't want to hurt their self-esteem. I'm going to give them a time out. Boy, if my parents would have, only thing they can do is time, I'd have ran all over my parents. So what's the punishment again, Dad? Oh, you're going to put me in a timeout. So what? I'm going to come out the timeout. Oh, you're going to put me in another timeout? I'm going to come out that one too. Timeouts don't work. It don't work. And let me help you out, you single mothers who's raising little boys. Eventually, that boy is going to try to challenge you. See, you got to have a good ass woman. You got to establish that before you get to that point. And then he'll never buck you. You don't let them just run and do everything they want to do. You let them watch anything on TV. You let them have anything. Every time they don't get them, they make it a big deal. And they ain't even you don't even make them do chores. Kids should have chores to do. It builds character. Work builds character. And if you want to build character to stop them from being like these thugs here, you build character by giving them some responsibility. We had chores. I told you the story before that my dad didn't do chores around the house. He paid the bills, we do the chores. My mom didn't work. Well, she didn't work outside the house. She worked inside the house. My sister had to wash dishes. Me and my brothers, we had to do the yard. And we had to take times during the yard. And sometimes we would switch up. Sometimes my older brother would do the front yard. I would do the back. Sometimes he do the back, I do the front. So this one particular time, he did the front. And my dad had said he wanted that yard cut that day because we had procrastinated. So my brother went on and cut his part. I'm outside playing. I'm doing my own thing. You know, I got other things I need to do. I ain't got time to be cutting the yard right now. Play a little basketball, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. Well, I was doing all this stuff I wanted to do. My daddy came home, I think it was like 9 or 10 o'clock. It was dark. And so he came in and he says, didn't I tell you to cut that damn yard? And this is the exact words. He said, you get your ass out there and you cut that yard. And if you miss one grade of grass, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Guess what I did? I went out there with a flashlight at night. My mama didn't come out and say, oh, you're gonna hurt his self-esteem, making him cut the yard in the dark. Nothing was said. See, the women didn't get involved. My daddy said it was like the king had spoken. It was over. I went out there and it took me a long time. I had the flashlight. I kept going over and over that grade. I may have been like 12 or 13. I was going over. I had that flashlight. Boy, I made sure. I probably was out there like 1 o'clock in the morning. I didn't miss one grain. Guess what? The next time, I never waited till it got dark again before I cut that damn yard. Because he was serious about them ass whoopings. He didn't have to whoop us more, but he just had to say it. Because we knew he was serious about them ass whoopings. If he promised you an ass whooping, you was going to get an ass whooping. It wasn't that I'm going to promise you, My daddy didn't even whoop us as much as my mama whooped him. Because when my daddy said something, we knew. It was like the king has spoken. And I never did that again. But it was another time, I think I better been about 10 or 11 this time. This is for the grass incident. So I was around my friend's house and my dad wanted me, and my dad don't never come. It was always my mom tell us to do our homework. So I guess I went around there, I had to do my homework. I went around my friend's house. We was in there doing something. I don't know what the hell we was doing. So I was kind of shocked that my dad came around and told me, your mama said you didn't do your homework, go do your homework. So I thought he was gone. And my friends didn't have an air conditioner in the house, the windows was up. And so I said, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen to me when I get home. I'm gonna go around there. I didn't realize he was listening. He said, all right, bring your ass on home right now. I couldn't even sit down. The ass whipping he put on me, I couldn't even sit down. But you didn't go to school and say, I got whips on my butt. I got whips on my butt. He's abusing me. Because he whooped you when you needed it. And I needed my ass whipped. And a bunch of these kids need their asses whipped too. Because I did my kids the same way. When they needed an ass whooping, I gave it to them. Hell is you talking about? I can't whoop my child. I wish somebody would tell me I can't whoop my child. And I made it clear with my children, if I whoop your ass and you ever call protective service on me, you're not coming back to my house. That don't work with me. I'm putting you out. You keep them then. You can't come back here. I whoop your ass because you needed an ass whooping. And if you call protective service on me, you ain't coming back to my house. I told them this. Be damned if you gonna come out. I'm whipping mine. Ain't no government or nobody else telling me I can't whoop my child's ass. I feed them, take care of them damn good. I'd be damned if somebody gonna tell me I can't whoop my child. Let's be out your rabbit mind. And what's wrong with these boys is they didn't get no ass whoopings. Ass whooping is good for little boys, especially. Girls don't need them as much. Like my dad never whooped my sister. My mom whooped my sister sometimes, but my dad never whooped my sister. One time, my dad was watching Johnny Carson. I remember this like it was yesterday. My dad was watching Johnny Carson. And you don't interrupt my dad when he's watching Johnny Carson. And we didn't have more control, so if he wanted the TV turned, he'd tell us to go over there and turn it if we was in there. But he was watching Johnny Carson, and for some reason, my sister, you don't make noise when you're watching Johnny Carson. You go in the next room if you want to make some noise. My sister was laying on this chair, like our kitchen, and she was doing like this, like she was swinging. Help! Help! I'm drowning. She was making noise. My dad rolled up the newspaper, and this is all he did, roll up the newspaper and just swatted her one time on her butt. This girl fell out crying. Ah! Like, and my dad said to her, I barely touch you. Shut that noise up. And she started. Oh, I thought that was the funniest thing. He barely touched her. She acted like he was killing her. He just tapped her with a newspaper. But she wasn't used to him even tapping her. Because if he said something, she usually just, she'd be quiet. Oh, that was the funniest thing. But see, fathers got respect back then. Mothers got respect back then. These freaking heathens ain't got no respect for no authority. That's the problem. When a kid loses respect at home, he gonna lose respect at school, for the police department, and every damn body else. This is the problem with our society. You keep seeing these kind of stories. It's because we keep not disciplining the kids at home.
Was a day that no one expected. They were all out here just innocently having fun and playing basketball.
Despite the arrest today of 4 men, the sheriff's office says the shooting is still under investigation. In the newsroom, Sarah Graybar, WBRZ News 2.
It's under investigation. You got the criminals, hang them. They killed the 8-year-old. Death penalty as far as I'm concerned. But I know they're not going to get that because we want to understand them. It's not really little Tyrone's fault. We can't punish him. He's young. We don't want to throw his life away. He just killed an 8-year-old. He was young too. Hell is you talking about? He's young. I don't give a damn how young he is. Got to be outside your mind. Now here's another one. Now look at this. This is a sad story too. Now this criminal here, this lady here, she has this one has cancer. This is her friend. Her friend was dropping her off at the hospital for her cancer treatment, and she was going to park the car. Wait a minute. What happened? Did Rumble just go off? It says there's something about Rumble. I don't know what the hell happened. Is Rumble still okay? It's still on. I just got a message popped up that says Rumble is doing something. I don't know what the hell is Rumble. It looked like it's still up, but it just popped up a message. So this dude decided that he wanted to steal her car. So he shot her in the head and killed the woman. Her friend with cancer was waiting for her friend to come in. She didn't realize her friend was dead. Look at him. See these absentee fathers and these trash mamas is raising trash.
Mr. Hall, that's pointing Mr. Bella to you as you're returning. I've got the state here. We're going to listen to probable cause.
I'm coming with some sad news today.
This is the woman with cancer.
Friday, I went to MD Anderson for my second chemo treatment, and I shared about that on Friday. And in that, I got to show you my dad and my friend Marietta, who I consider to be like a sister. And I did have some complications from the chemo, had a reaction, and so it took longer. So we left MD Anderson at 10:50 on Friday night, and we drove to my friend's house who we were staying with. And my friend Marietta was driving my car, and she dropped my dad and I and the luggage off at my friend's elevator. And then she went to park the car. And when she parked the car, on her walk back, she was shot and killed. This was when we were in Houston. And
this is right in Houston. I know exactly where she's at MD Anderson.
And they have caught the guy. He stole my car, and I had asked him, because I saw her purse down the way from her body, and I asked if they had taken the key and he had stolen the car, because I thought that's a way that we could track this person. And they did, and he stole the car. He totaled the car. There were 2 guns in the car that he put there. They were not my firearms. He then escaped on foot and entered an apartment complex and barricaded himself into a vacant apartment. He broke in, and the SWAT team was able to get him out after a couple of hours. And
you see what I'm talking about? So he kills a woman, breaks in somebody's damn apartment and barricades himself in. They should have shot the bastard.
And arrested him. And it turns out he had some similar evading arrests. And
of course he did. This is the problem. If we leave these damn criminals locked up, we wouldn't have these damn problems.
Things like that, and a juvenile record, and he was out on probation.
Of course. Out on probation. See, I don't think some of y'all be getting as upset when I see certain things. All of this stuff is preventable. So you got to ask yourself, it must be by design that they're allowing these people to get out so they can terrorize you. They can terrorize us. Your government, your judges, your prosecutors are releasing these animals.
And that's when all this happened on Friday night. So a friend of mine told me that there was a rumor in some circles that I was the one that was killed, and I was not. I think there was a press release that the Houston police put out. This was in a good neighborhood. It was in the Heights. You might have seen some news coverage about a woman being killed on 20th Street in Houston, and that was my sister Marietta. And she's the person, she and her husband are the people that I'm living with right now. And she came back to take care of me while I was going through cancer. So please be praying for her husband for us.
Do you understand that? If that don't boil just get your temperature to boil, and something wrong with you. So she had a good friend. This friend came, her and her husband let the woman who has cancer, her good friend, stay with them when she was taking her back and forth to the hospital. and the woman ended up getting killed by some criminal that these effing prosecutors keep letting out of jail. Until we start punishing the prosecutors and the judges, this is going to keep going on. Why do we keep, like I said the other day, if you are a bartender and somebody is sloppy drunk and you keep selling them drinks, you can go to jail for that. How is it possible that these people keep allowing these people to get out of jail when they have done all kind of hideous crimes? They keep allowing them to get out of jail with some lame excuse. He's on probation. He should have never got probation because he got all other kind of cases on him. Damn. Don't understand a mindset unless the government is purposely want to keep you in fear. Think about this. The government poisons your food all the time to keep you sick. Then they give you some medication that's going to make things worse. The pharmaceutical companies are getting rich. You can't sue them while they're giving you drugs. The food made you sick, and then they'll give you drugs to make you sicker or get you hooked on it for the rest of your life. So they're going to keep you sick, and then they'll release the criminals out of jail, constantly bring up illegals from other countries that's criminals. They want you sick and afraid so you can give up all your rights. Personally, I think that's the reason they even did 9/11, because I think it was preventable too. They allow things because as long as if you got somebody who's sickly and they're in fear, they'll give up all their rights. And this is the thing that it seems to me that the government lacks. They like to keep you sick. This is why they did COVID, and they didn't want you to take medicine that actually made you healthy. They want to see you sick. They want to see you in fear so you can say, oh, whatever you have to do, you can take all my rights just to protect me. But there's no protection. Their number one job is to protect the American people. Do they protect the American people? They don't give a damn about us. They don't give a damn about you. They want to keep you unhealthy. They want to keep you scared as hell so then they can control. Because it's easy to control an unhealthy, scary person. Healthy people who are not afraid is a whole lot more harder to control. They like to control you, so as long as they can keep you unhealthy. If you try to remember when we were telling people, you can do this right here, and this will make you more healthy. They say, we don't want to do that. I firmly believe, I'm firmly convinced there is cures for cancer, natural cures for cancer that they won't even let be on the market. I'm convinced of it. Just like all of a sudden AIDS, you can cure AIDS now. They been knew that. Magic Johnson said he had AIDS. I forgot what year it was. He didn't got healthier afterwards. Because they don't want cures, because you can't get rich off of cures. They got to keep you coming back like the dope man. Keep you unhealthy. You tell somebody, I've told people this, I said, if you do this right here, you won't have to take these pharmaceutical drugs. You know what the dumbasses do? My doctor told me, I said, how long you been going to your doctor? Oh, I've been going there about 20 years. I love my doctor. But all he did was get you on more medicine. And you're sick now more than you was 20 years ago. But you won't try something natural. You'll keep trying what your doctor who done got you addicted to drugs. I just don't understand the mindset. If you tell me something and it doesn't work, guess what I'm going to do? I'm not going to keep doing something that doesn't work. Why don't you try something else? What you've been trying for the 20 years ain't worked. Might as well try something alternative. I knew a guy, and I see him sometime. It was on the south side of Houston. Every time I seen this guy, he was talking about, I'm in pain. I got this going on. I got this. I said, I got something for you. Won't you try this right here? And I gave him what to try. And so I see him again like 3 weeks later. He's even looking in bad in shape. I'm going to my doctor. I'm feeling so bad. I said, did you try what I told you to try? No, I didn't try it because my doctor wanted me to do such and such. You know what I did now when he tell me he heard something? I don't even listen to it. I don't give a damn. I'm glad. Stay sick, nigga. I don't want to talk about it no more. Quit telling me about your sickness. I told you something that you should try. You never tried it. You tried with your doctor, and now you see me barely can't walk now. Good for you. You want to keep trying what the doctor said, and you done got worse and worse, but you keep trying it. Use a fool. Let him bump your head again. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't care about you sick now. Get out my face with it. No sympathy for you now. Because if somebody wants to stay sick and what you're doing ain't working, I tell you something. And then What gets me though is to be this main ones trying to like gonna lecture me. Well, you need to do this. Fool, you can't tell me nothing about health. You barely can walk. Want to lecture me on health. See, one thing I learned about people, if it's somebody who has a bunch of alphabets in front of their name, they can get stuff wrong time and time again. But they're the experts. What's funny about the experts keep getting it wrong, but you keep listening to the experts. I don't understand that. I really don't. If I was really sickly and I tried something else for a couple of years and it didn't work, and somebody said, here's something, it's natural, even if it doesn't work, it can't damage you any because it's natural, I'm going to try it. No, I'm going to try that. If it's something that works, I'll try it. But I notice about people, no matter, this is what I tell about people, like I said, I'll ask somebody, all the stuff that the so-called civil rights leaders has done for the Black community. Since I've been a boy, for 60 years, they've been promising y'all the same thing. I went and look at your neighborhoods. I listen to your so-called preachers, and this is why I don't understand. I told a Negro this. I said, this is why I don't understand. Your preachers have been preaching that same trash since I was a boy. Your so-called activists have been preaching the same thing since I was a boy. Your communities and your neighborhoods have gotten worse and worse, but you dumbasses will still listen to it, even though it ain't working. You's a special kind of fool. And I don't have much tolerance for fools. I just don't. I will stop talking to a fool like that. I don't care if I've been knowing 50 years. It's not worth arguing with you about this. It's not worth having the conversation because what you tried for the last 50 years didn't work. And what you're telling me is let's keep doing what we did for 50 years, even though we see it getting worse. You's a special kind of fool. You can't reason with a fool who, when something ain't worked in 40 and 50 years and they keep doing the same damn thing, that's a special kind of fool. What you need to do is stop casting your pearls to the swine. I just make fun. This is why I make fun of people. Because when you show me you stupid and you don't want no help, I'm going to make fun of you. I don't care how your situation is now because you're a special kind of stupid. Now, you're upset because I'm mocking you now. Good. Glad you upset. I got people that don't even talk to me now because they say, you have to go on the air and talk about it. Don't listen to it then. Because if you're stupid enough to keep doing stupid stuff and you tell me, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to mock you. Listen to the video. I'm going to mock you on the air because you're stupid as hell. And if you're stupid enough to tell me how stupid you are, thank you for telling me because I'm finna mock you now. Quit being stupid. Don't try to lecture me about nothing. You too damn stupid to try to lecture anybody about anything. Well, I saw this and this guy said online. That's the same thing they've been saying for the last 40 years, fool. Did any of that work? Thank you. Shut up. You dumbasses are still talking about reparations. You're not going to get it. So why are we still talking about that? Because the guy you listening to is getting monetized on that trash and you sending him money because you're a dumbass. Keep sending it to him. He keep bumping your head. Don't understand because they're constantly doing stuff that don't even work. I never understood that. When something doesn't work, if I eat something and I feel bad, and I said, well, maybe it was something else, and I eat it again, I feel bad, I'm done with it. I'm not eating it again. I ate a Greek salad, probably was, let me see what year that was, 2001. I got food poisoning. That was the first time I had a Greek salad. I got food poisoning the first time I had a Greek salad. I think that was in 2001, if I'm not mistaken. It's 2026. That was 25 years ago. I never ate another Greek salad. I don't care if no other Greek salad can make me sick. I'm not taking a damn chance. I love being healthy. So if something makes me sick, damn it, I'm stop eating it. I don't care what it is. As much as I love bacon, and boy, do I just had some. I love bacon. If bacon was making me so sick that I couldn't hardly walk or I had high blood pressure, I'll stop eating bacon. Now, it's in moderation. You don't eat it every day on day. But I don't understand people doing or taking something that makes them feel real bad. You got heartburn all the time. You say, I'm going to take some medicine to stop my heartburn. No, whatever you're eating is causing the heartburn. That's your body telling you it's something that your body doesn't agree with. Listen to your body. These people have these politicians who are experts. These are experts. We're in debt 30, $8 trillion. We done spent hundreds of trillions of dollars, and you tell me I'm supposed to listen to the government? I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I'm not going to listen to nobody who's been getting it wrong. They're getting richer, and we're going further in debt, and they're saying these guys are experts. They know more than you. I can't tell if they know more than me. I can't tell about these experts. They keep getting it wrong, but they're supposed to be so damn smart. How the hell they keep getting it wrong then? Because most people work on emotions and feelings. Feelings, nothing more than feeling. You got to stop getting your feelings involved in stuff. Just move your feelings to the side and analyze a situation. When I agree with Donald Trump, I say he's right about it. When I disagree with Donald Trump, I say he's wrong about it. But I don't get, just because I disagree with him sometimes, I'm not going to act like he's wrong about everything. I disagree with Israel sometimes. I agree with Israel sometimes. But anytime you see, I disagree with Tucker Carlson sometimes. I actually agree with him sometimes. I disagree with Mark Levin sometimes. I agree with him sometimes. But I'm not going, when they're right about something, I'm just because I don't like them or something, I'm not going to act like they're wrong about something that I know is right just because I don't like them. That is like what 2-year-olds do, or little mean girls do. Don't play with Susie. I don't like Susie. Don't play with her. She's not my friend. What you want to be when you grow up? There's too many people doing commentary. They get their feelings involved. And they can't make a rational decision because it's all about, they done sold their crowd out and told them, you got to disagree with everything. That's lunatic behavior. That's cult behavior. That you got to agree or disagree with everything somebody says. It's cult behavior. That's Jim Jones, the Kool-Aid, drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid. And so whenever somebody tells me I have to agree with somebody because of skin color, because of political party, because they say they are a preacher or something else, even though you can know emphatically that is wrong, that is somebody asking me to join their cult. And I don't join cults. I don't. No, I will not join your cult. I'm not going to ignore rationale and basic common sense based on skin color, affiliation with a party, or something else. You got to learn to think a little bit for yourself. You can't ignore your brain for the rest of your life. You got to say, in 1 minute, you got to say, you know what? I don't like the stupidity that's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just ignore my brain. I'm going to say my brain is freezing up. My brain is causing me. I think my man Hemp just sent, you sent me a video, Hemp. Let's see if I can pull it up here. For some reason, I've been having a problem showing. Okay, I got it now. Brother Hemp just sent me a video. Let me play. He got a new ad for y'all. See if I can bring him in here. What the hell just happened? It won't let me view it now. What the hell just happened? Hold on a minute. Let me click back on it. It was up there and then it disappeared. Let me refresh the page and see if that helps. Oh, there you go.
Good morning. This is Hamp Redmond. I'm sitting here thinking this morning as I'm driving over here to the chiropractor. Joe Wilson has been in office since 2002. USAID was established in 1961. Joe Wilson voted over and over, time and time again, to send money to USAID. Now, we all know that Elon Musk exposed USAID as being a fraudulent system. Now, you can't sit here and tell me that Joe Wilson didn't know about this, but he's steadily voting for it to send money over there. That is a sign of the problem that's going on in Washington now. He's not a solution. He's part of the problem. He's Rhino / Uniparty. They all work in that system together. And it's time to do something about it. It pisses me off to no end. And this is one of the main reasons I got involved. We know the Democrats are crooked, but these Republicans that play quiet and play like they sell you the fact that they're fighting for you, and they're not doing a damn thing.
Yep.
Except selling you out further and further and further. This same gentleman, Mr. Joe Wilson, also tried to get a $250. He worked on legislature last year to get a $250 bill with Trump's picture on it passed. If that isn't the height of hypocrisy of kissing another man's behind, then I don't know what is. He also tried to get a bust of Zelensky put into the Capitol building. And folks, I don't know how you feel about your money being wasted, but I don't particularly like mine being wasted. I work hard for my money. So remember that this June the 9th, when you go to the Republican primary to vote, you want to put the power back into the people's hands. You want somebody who loves his people and his country. You vote for Hamp Redmond, and you fire Joe Wilson at the polling booth on June the 9th. Thank you.
As Brother Hamp wants you to vote for him June 9th. Get Joe Wilson. He's not just a rhino. Joe Wilson is a Democrat. He's not even a damn rhino. He's a damn Democrat. Joe Wilson he's almost getting with the same thing that Joe Biden had. He don't look like he's too sharp, but looking like his mind is kind of leaving him now. Oh, Joe Wilson. If you're in South Carolina, Hamp Redmond is asking for your vote. If you're down there in South Carolina, if you're a Democrat, you can vote from any state. If you're a Republican, you got to be in South Carolina to vote. They let Democrats. You could be in Hawaii and vote in the South Carolina. If you're a damn Democrat, it don't make no difference. Boy, you could be on the moon and vote if you're down there. But Hamp Redmond is asking you to vote for him. My man State just dropped the link. Hamp is asking for your support down there because he's telling you to fire Joe Wilson. And see, we get Hamp in there. See, we have an insider in there. Hamp not gonna forget about us. Because Hamp forget about it. We have to be talking about it. Like, hey, Hamp, brother, can you come on and do an interview with you since you made it into it'll be funny. Like I called Brother Hamp, I said, hey, Brother Hamp, what's going on, brother? Hey, can you come on and one night when you get some chance or whenever you get an opportunity to come talk to us? Whatever Hamp do is like this. Who am I speaking to? He go British on me. Who am I speaking to? This is the doc, man. Doc, I'm doctor of who? Hamp wouldn't do us like that. No, Hamp wouldn't do us like that, man. Hamp is gonna go up there and fight for us. If y'all in South Carolina, make sure we vote and support Hamp down there in South Carolina. All his information, our brother Stakey has put that information down there for Brother Hamp. All right, we got to get out of here. I did tell y'all thank you because Clever told me. I don't know if she heard me. She's watching, but she's on Nana duty. She got some of her grandbabies is for spring break over there. I want to give a shout out to her other grandbaby. He's there with her. I call him Boogie. Up, down, boogie, woogie, woogie. We told you about a little sweet sugar lump. Her birthday was yesterday. We gave her. But I want to give a special shout out to Boogie. Just looking at you, Boogie. He's 7 years old, little Boogie over there. I call him Boogie. I don't get a real name. Sugar Lump and Boogie. Boogie is watching right now, so I'm giving a shout out to Boogie and Sugar Lump. They're watching with Nana over there. So I wanted to say hello to Boogie and Sugar Lump before we go off the air. God bless you, Common Sense Nation, and stay strong out there.